Ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask you to please find your seats because the May 2026 commencement ceremony of Barry University School of Law is about to begin. I am Professor Victoria Beatty, and I have the esteemed honor and privilege to serve this morning as your commencement narrator. Over the past 2 weeks, Barry University has proudly celebrated more than 1,500 graduates through a series of commencement ceremonies that reflect the strength and diversity of our academic community. Celebrations began on Barry University's main campus, with graduates earning doctoral degrees in podiatric medicine, along with doctoral candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences and the College of Health Professions and Medical Sciences. We celebrated undergraduate and graduate students from the College of Arts and Sciences, the Andreas School of Business and Public Administration, and the College of Health Professions and Medical Sciences. But today we gather in Orlando, Florida, to proudly conclude our spring commencement celebrations with this final ceremony honoring Barry University School of Law class of 2026. Today's graduates join the ranks of over 80,000 Barry University alumni, including over 4,500 Barry Law alumni who practice law all over the world and in many different legal specialties. Barry Law graduates are women and men of distinction who understand the importance of working for peace, adding value to their communities, and continuing the fight for justice, particularly in today's troubled world. Over the years, our graduates have set themselves apart by adhering to high professional standards, positive personal values, and achieving significant accomplishments in law and other professional endeavors. Commencement ceremonies are essentially a joining of hands with scholars from the past in a common observance of an ancient and respected academic tradition. Our commencement ceremony and academic procession are in keeping with that rich past. And with that said, let us commence the academic procession. Professor Jason Buhai will lead the academic procession, followed by our 2026 graduates. graduates, are members of the law school's distinguished faculty and professional staff. Following our distinguished faculty and staff is the stage party, consisting of the president of Barry University, Dr. Mike Allen, the provost, Dr. Pablo Ortiz, members of the University Board of Trustees, members of the President's Cabinet, members of the Law School Advisory Board, Interim Dean of the School of Law, Samuel Can, and today's distinguished guest speaker, the Honorable Carly Wish. Today's invocation and welcome will be offered by Interim Dean Can. Eric Hires will then lead us in singing the national anthem. We respectfully ask, as a sign of respect, that you please remove your caps for the invocation and the singing of the national anthem. Thank you so much.
Let us pray. Dear God, thank you that we have the opportunity to be here together today to celebrate the graduation of our students. We praise you and ask that you continue to bless our graduates and their families who have supported them throughout their academic journey. Please continue to guide and support them through their challenging bar exam studies as well as their future careers. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dean Can. Now please welcome Eric Hires for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Mr. Hires. At this time, we would like to welcome Provost Dr. Pablo Ortiz to officially convene this commencement ceremony.
Good morning. On behalf of Barry University, it is my honor to welcome our graduates, families, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests to the commencement ceremony for the Dwayne O. Andreas School of Law. Today marks a significant achievement. Earning a law degree is not simply the completion of a rigorous academic journey, it is entry into a profession grounded in responsibility, judgment, and service. We know you are ready for it. We are proud of you, graduates, and confident in your future. It is now my honor as Provost of Barry University to officially convene the commencement ceremony for the Dwayne O. Andreas School of Law. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barry University School of Law is honored and pleased to welcome our guest speaker, Barry Law alumnus, the Honorable Carly Wish. Judge Wish grew up in the Boston area and moved to Florida in 1999. She attended the University of Arizona and later transferred to the University of Tampa, where she obtained a Bachelor's of Science in Marketing in 2002. In 2003, she moved to Orlando to attend Barry University School of Law, graduating in 2006. At Barry, Judge Wish represented juveniles in delinquency cases as a certified legal intern through the Barry Legal Clinic, and then the Barry Law Advanced Social Justice Clinic. This was the foundation of her passion for the courtroom and litigation. During law school, she also worked as law clerk for the General Counsel of the Children's Home Society of Florida. Judge Wish was on the Barry trial team and received an Outstanding Mock Trial Performance Award, participating in multiple trial competitions in the state of Florida and throughout the country. After graduating from Barry, she prosecuted cases as an assistant state attorney at the Ninth Circuit State Attorney's Office from 2006 to 2013. In 2013, Judge Wish left the state attorney's office to join the Ninth Judicial Circuit Court as a senior staff attorney. In 2019, she was then appointed to the Orange County Court and was retained again in 2020. Since becoming an Orange County judge, she has served in criminal, civil, and specialized divisions and currently presides over civil matters. She is a huge Boston sports fan and lives in Orlando with her husband, Russell, and their two precious Havanese dogs, Murray and Milo. We are honored today to welcome the Honorable Judge Wish to deliver the commencement address. Please join us in welcoming Judge Wish.
Good morning. Oh, you can do better than that. Good morning. Okay. All right. So President Allen, Provost Ortiz, Interim Dean Can, the President's Cabinet, Board of Trustees, Board of Advisors, esteemed faculty, staff, proud families, honored guests, my amazing and supportive husband, Russell, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. So I was really nervous to do this speech. I'm still really nervous. This is the most people I've ever spoken in front of, I think. I think Professor Leacock may be here. No. I was going to be even more scared to speak in front of him. I know you all can understand what I'm talking about. But the other day I was scrolling my phone and a Wall Street Journal article came up and the headline read, "The riskiest gig in public speaking is a graduation." And then it went on to state, commencement speakers are getting death threats and disinvitations. One considered wearing a bulletproof vest. I was a little nervous already about giving this speech, but after reading that, I thought, what have I signed up for? All joking aside, a few days later, I read another national article. Some of you probably have read about it. It's local, about a UCF graduation, and they were booed off the stage, basically, when speaking about artificial intelligence. So what I can promise you is that since I've given up most of my First Amendment rights after becoming a judge, this speech will not be controversial, but I just ask that you just don't boo me off the stage. So 20 years ago, I sat exactly where you're sitting today, except we were at the Bob Carr Center downtown. I wore the same robe. I felt the same relief, pride, and quiet fear about what came next. And if you'd told me that I would one day return as a judge, standing at this podium giving a commencement address, I would have told you respectfully and confidently that if you believed that, I have a lovely ski resort to sell you in Kansas. So that was not the plan. Like many of you, I graduated with a clear vision of my future. I became a prosecutor, and I was certain I would do that work for my entire career. I loved it, I believed in it, and I thought the path was set and my purpose was clear. But life, as many of you might have already experienced, does not ask for your permission before it changes your plans. In 2006, I graduated from Barry and began my career as a prosecutor. Everything was going according to plan until about 6 years into my legal career when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Talk about a gut punch. How and why was this happening to me? The uncertainty was terrifying. Everything that I had worked so hard for was now out of my control, and my life plan was coming undone. Everything that I had reached to the point where I could no longer physically do the job that I thought defined me, I had to pivot. I was extremely fortunate to have the support of my managers at the state attorney's office who wanted me to remain at the office, and they transitioned me to a different type of prosecutorial role. I said goodbye to the courtroom that I loved and began making charging decisions in the intake department. Of course, this was not at all what I had envisioned, but I was in survival mode. A few years later, my health stabilized and I was able to go back into the courtroom and litigate again, but I knew deep down that my body would eventually tell me this was not the best decision for my health. And many of my friends and former colleagues were now judges, and they kept encouraging me to apply to be a staff attorney at the 9th Judicial Circuit Court. However, the thought of sitting in an office all day outside the courtroom, researching and writing for the judges seemed like torture, something that I had never imagined for myself. Despite my reservations, I applied, I got the job, and I left the career that I had planned to have until the day I retired. That move was not ambition, it was pure survival. Looking back, it was a blessing in disguise. I spent the next 5.5 years building relationships with judges, embracing the art of researching and drafting orders on complex legal issues, and learning a different side of the legal system. I excelled at my job, and after a few years of working at the court, many of the judges had encouraged me to apply for a judicial appointment to the District Court of Appeal, since a majority of my work was appellate and post-conviction work, and lots of writing. My response was always that I wasn't ready, it wasn't the right time. In truth, I was terrified that I would not be able to do the job, that I would get sick again, and I would disappoint myself and them. The uncertainty of the unknown is a scary thing. Maybe I just got tired of everyone pressuring me, but I finally took a shot I never thought I would take, and I applied for a judicial appointment to the District Court of Appeal. I did not get selected for the appointment to have my name sent to the governor. I was sad, I was disappointed, but members of the Judicial Nominating Commission personally encouraged me to apply for the next appointment in the 9th Judicial Circuit Court as a trial judge. So that's exactly what I did. And in 2019, Governor Scott appointed me as an Orange County judge. Looking back, I'm so grateful that I didn't get the first appointment to the appellate court because it all worked out as it was supposed to. Every step of my career, every meaningful step, was shaped not by master plan, but by adversity. Many of you are graduating today with carefully drawn roadmaps. Some of you already have jobs that feel like destinations. A very small percentage of you will remain at the same job for your entire career, and most of you will experience many different positions before you settle in somewhere. Others are still searching, and that's perfectly fine. And some of you, though you may not know it yet, will have your plans disrupted by things you never anticipated. When that happens, do not assume you have failed. Adversity is not a detour, it is often the road itself. Having practiced law and now having judged it, let me leave you with a few tips about surviving and thriving in this profession. First, just because you can do something does not mean you should. You can file that motion, you can make that argument, you can take that tone, but discretion, judgment, and restraint will serve you longer than bravado ever will. Second, be human. Be human to opposing counsel, be human to parties, be human to the court and court staff. Civility and compassion are not weaknesses. You can be a zealous advocate without being adversarial and cruel. In fact, the best lawyers usually are. Third, over-prepare. There is no substitute. Preparation builds confidence, credibility, and trust, especially when the stakes are high and emotions are higher. Fourth, and perhaps most important, take care of yourselves. Physically, mentally, emotionally. This profession will take everything you give it and then ask for more. If you do not protect your health, your relationships, and your sense of purpose, the law will not sustain you. It will consume you. Let me add something here from the perspective I have now as a judge. If I could give you the advice that I wish every lawyer truly absorbed, it would be this. Judges are not looking for perfection. We're looking for clarity, preparation, honesty, and credibility. The lawyers who stand out in court are not the loudest or most aggressive. They are the ones who are prepared, reasonable, steady under pressure, and focused on helping the court get it right. Now, I'll also say this, and it's important in a legal community like ours. It is very small. You will see the same people again and again. The person sitting next to you right now may end up being your trial partner, opposing counsel, or eventually the judge in your case. I'm still close friends with many of the people that I went to law school with. Some are my colleagues. Many practice in front of me, or I see them around the courthouse or at local bar association events. It's important to maintain these relationships throughout your career. You will need them. Your reputation is everything. And here's the hard truth that no one tells you early enough. You will spend years, sometimes decades, building your credibility, your professionalism, and your name in this community. And it can take one moment of poor judgment, one lapse in professionalism, or one unnecessary act of disrespect to seriously damage it. And if you make a mistake, and we all do, acknowledge it, apologize, and I promise this will go a long way with your colleagues, opposing counsel, and judges. And while redemption is possible in life, in a small legal community, it is not always easy, and it is rarely quick. People remember. Finally, and I say this with a little humility and self-awareness of my own, you are not always the smartest person in the room. None of us are. The moment you start believing that you are is usually the moment you stop learning. And even as a judge, I learn new things every day. The minute you stop learning, it's time to find something else to do. And now I want to bring you back to what I started with and has proven to be profoundly true in my life, which is also the theme that I want to leave you with today. I'm a huge hockey fan. And my favorite quote is the great Wayne Gretzky. Some of you will think this is a quote from Michael Jordan. My husband did. He's been credited with saying it, but I promise you it's a Wayne Gretzky quote. You can Google it. The quote is, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." I'm going to say it again. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Sometimes the shot you take only exists because the original plan fell apart. And when you're starting your career, it's easy to think of that quote only in terms of ambition, applying for the job, taking the case, arguing the motion, stepping into the opportunities when they appear obvious. But over time, I've come to understand it differently. Some of the most important shots that you will take in your career will not look like opportunities at all. They will look like setbacks, illness, rejection, a job you didn't expect, a path you didn't choose, a plan that falls apart. And if you told me when I graduated from Barry 20 years ago that I would be diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and I would eventually leave the job that I thought would define my entire career, I would have assumed that that was the end of my story. But it wasn't. Each step that followed only made sense looking backward, not forward. And that is why I tell you this. Sometimes the shots that you take are not the ones that you plan. They're the ones you're forced to take when life changes the rules. And if you're paying attention, and willing to keep going, you may find that those unexpected shots lead you exactly where you are supposed to be. So as you leave here today, I want you to take that with you. Take the shots you're afraid to take. Take the shots that might not work out. Take the shots that might change your path entirely. And when things don't go the way that you planned, because they will not always, do not assume it means you're off course. It may simply mean that you're being redirected. I stand here today not because my path was smooth or predictable, but because it was not. I'm standing here today not in spite of adversity, but because of it. And that brings me back to where I started, sitting where you are 20 years ago, thinking I knew exactly how my career would unfold. It did not. I did not. And I'm very, very grateful for that, because the path you didn't plan is often the one that builds the judge you never expected to become. Congratulations, Barry Law Class of 2026. Take care of your reputation, take care of yourselves, and when life gives you a shot you did not expect, take it anyway. The profession and you will be better for it. Thank you.
Judge Wish, thank you for sharing this special day with our graduates and for your truly inspiring message. I can personally attest to the fact that the path often changes, but it is the right way. In 2009, in recognition of its 10th anniversary, the Barry University Dwayne O. Andreas School of Law established the Charles Modica Student Mentor Award. In the legal profession, mentoring is a valued tradition, a critical principle that bridges the gap between experienced lawyers and those entering the legal profession. In recognition of Charles Modica's help and counsel in launching the School of Law and his passion for connecting with law students, this award is given at each commencement to a graduating student who has demonstrated care and compassion by sharing time and expertise with other students. This year's recipient has demonstrated leadership and service by participating in a variety of activities and roles, focusing all on mentoring others. She has a gift for helping colleagues achieve success. In her role as president of the Student Bar Association and president of the Immigration Law Society, she assists others and lends a helping hand to her peers. As a second-year law student, she served as the 2L representative for the Women Lawyers Association and as a 2L Student Bar Association senator. As a first-year law student, she also held the position of a 1L Senator, in addition to her work at the school, this graduate has performed an advanced externship at Hensel and Harris and has been a law clerk at Lim Cruson, where she will be returning as an associate when she passes the bar. The law school is proud to present this year's Charles Modica Student Mentor Award to Miss Vanessa Vargas. We invite Miss Vargas to the stage to accept this award, which will be presented by Interim Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dean Ogala. Congratulations again, Ms. Vargas. The next award was established in honor of our past university president, Sister Linda Bevilacqua, who has served as President Emerita and founding director of the Adrian Dominican Institute for Mission and Leadership. The Sister Linda Bevilacqua Mission and Service Award is presented as an acknowledgement of outstanding service to the law school and ongoing embodiment of Barry's mission. This year, there are 2 recipients whose extraordinarily passionate, purposeful, hard work has been felt, truly felt, throughout the law school. Both recipients have demonstrated their dedication to community service in the law school and their surrounding communities. The first recipient serves as the Chief Justice for Moot Court, as well as note and comment editor for the Child and Family Law Journal. She has also been a teaching assistant and Dean's Writing Fellow for Legal Research and Writing. Her dedication to civil service is evident by the community service she performed while in law school. This graduate volunteered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, performing consumer protection work. Her service in the enforcement division, assisting victims, was passionate and it was purposeful. Please join me in congratulating Miss Chandler Marie Gallucci. Hold on 1 second. It's 2 of y'all, Y'all hold hands. Almost done. Our next recipient, not last, well, she is last, but certainly not least. Our next recipient has served as an associate editor and as a senior editor for the Law Review Journal. Additionally, she has been vice president of the Barry University St. Thomas More Society since its founding in 2024. She has served as Dean's Writing Fellow for Legal Research and Writing, a research assistant, and a certified legal intern for the Juvenile Defense Clinic. Additionally, she is the site coordinator for the Volunteer Income Tax Association. Lastly, this student has volunteered countless hours with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for Middle District of Florida and with the Federal Defender's Office for the Middle District of Florida. Please join me in congratulating Miss Ana Carolina Romero Urbano. We invite Miss Gallucci and Miss Romero Urbano to the stage to accept their awards, which will be presented by the Interim Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Dean Jay. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations again, ladies. I simply don't know where you find the time. Since the law school's inception, Joel Herbert Sharp Jr. has been one of our staunchest allies and advocates. He tirelessly served both Barry University and the law school for over 2 decades. Sadly, Mr. Sharp recently passed away. But he served on the Barry University Board of Trustees and the Law School Board of Advisors for many, many years. During that time, he helped shepherd the law school through a period of tremendous growth and positive change. We honor Mr. Sharp's exemplary career, lifelong commitment to legal and academic excellence, and loyalty to Barry University School of Law with the Joel Sharp Academic Excellence Award, an award reserved strictly for the valedictorian of each graduating class. This year, please congratulate the 2026 valedictorian and recipient of the Joel Sharp Academic Excellence Award, Miss Dakota Naples. We invite Ms. Naples to the stage to accept her award, which will be presented by Interim Dean Can. Thank you, Ms. Naples. We are very, very proud.
Good morning, everyone. Esteemed faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, class of 2026. We did it! I want to start by giving a few thank yous where they are due. Thank you to the entire Barry community, President Allen, the Board of Trustees, Dean Can, my advisor, Dean Parker, and the faculty and staff for always pushing us to be the best students that we could be, equipping us with the knowledge to tackle the legal profession, and guiding and supporting us along the way. I want to thank the class of 2026. It has been an honor to be your classmate, and I feel immensely blessed to be graduating alongside every one of you. I'm so excited to see what the future holds for all of us. A very, very big thank you to my family and friends, my support system, and the reason that I am standing up here. You have heard me cry, complain, and celebrate over the last few years. You have picked me up when I was feeling down, encouraged me, pushed me, and believed in me, even in times where I didn't believe in myself. I am so thankful for you. At this point, you all deserve an honorary law degree for putting up with me, especially during final exam season. In fact, I think everyone who dealt with a law student during final exams deserves some sort of compensation. My most important thank you is to God. He has given me the grace and strength to get where I am today. When I was a young athlete, my mom told me a quote that has been with me ever since. Success is the journey, not the destination. Now, as a young middle school age kid, I didn't really understand what that meant. But as I got older, it started to resonate with me. And now, after the last few years, I think I finally get it. When we entered law school, many of us probably thought that success had to do with what was waiting for us afterwards. A degree, a title, a job, getting that corner office with the big window someday. But as many of you know, law school has a way of challenging what you think you know. Because we probably came in here believing that success was measured by the outcomes, our grades, our offers, our awards. And while those things do matter, they do not even begin to tell the story. The actual success is the growth that we have experienced and the people we have become over the last few years. There have been long nights where that one topic just didn't seem to stick. Exams that didn't go our way, highs and lows, achievements, setbacks, and maybe even moments where we questioned whether we belonged here at all. But guess what? We kept going. We didn't just survive law school, we were changed by it. We are now more equipped to take on the world. We think and question deeply. We carry ourselves differently. We have the ability to solve other people's biggest challenges. We are more resilient because we have been shaped by challenge, pressure, and persistence. We are not the same people that walked in those doors a few years ago. We have made lifelong friendships, and we have realized that "it depends" is a very valid and very common answer. We have been faced with challenges every single day, and we continued to respond, to grow, and to overcome. And that is why we are sitting here today. I hope that whatever your next destination is, you cherish the journey, you cherish your growth, and you cherish the challenges, because that is how you should measure success. Success is the journey, not the destination. And wow, what a journey the last few years have been. It has been a privilege to stand here today. Congratulations, class of 2026. Good luck, and God bless.
Very well said. Very well said. Let's give her one more round as she gets to her seat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin recognizing Berry Law's 2026 graduates. We know, family, that this is an important event for everyone gathered here today. I ask you personally, please do not leave your seats to take pictures. A professional photographer, we promise, will take pictures of each and every one of these graduates here. We now ask the 2026 graduates for the Juris Doctor degree to please come forward. Our university president, Dr. Mike Allen, will greet the graduates, and Interim Dean Can will present the diplomas. The candidates for the Juris Doctor degree are as follows: Dakota Liz Marie Naples, Vanessa Vargas, Chandler Marie Galucci, Anna Carolina Romero Urbano, Tess Thiessen, Jovan Garcia, Anthony Vito Totera, Jacob Kellerman, Kendra Wilbanks, Gisela Carolina Rojas Carreño, Christine Haynes, Tatiana Esparza, Ariana Michelle Diaz Salgado. Connor Alexander. Adam L. Garnkars. Nicole Ruby Lopez. Cadeau Beckford. Dane Dorsinville. Jordan Kiss Ramirez. Albert James Sessoms III. Jessica Cardo. Ashley Fernandez. Christina Agovino. Jeffrey Wright. Andrew Pacini. Michael Melendez. Nadira Surajbali. Junan Alice Simone Gibson. Jody Ann, excuse me, forgive me. Sarah Wynn. Jessica Blanco. Rita Natasha Jacobs. Tia McAndrew. Patrick Halloran. Jacob Peter Jones. Francesco Olortegui. Mario Cecilio. Robert Olivares. Grace Ann Elizabeth King. Dariani Ramirez Ramirez. Jate Walter Broomfield. Javier Reyes. Fernando Ortigoza Castaneda. Tessa Baker. Brianna Blakely. Gabriel Antonio Palau. Ashley Marie Zambrano. Catherine Claros. Jared Richard Moskowitz. Michael Christopher Zimmerman. Philip Seuss. Jenkins. Isabella Marie Onofrietti. Cade Donovan Fernandez. Stephen Anthony Rumbolo. Ishtar Anlerty. Naya Slater. Summer Pierce. Annabelle Menla. Charlene Valentin. Janae Ray. Ariane Williams. Sylvie Wilna Francois. Aaliyah Deshona Nicole Harris. Chadi Shaheen. Kevin Keith Tyrone Brown II. Michael Ackle. Derek Mitchell Wolf. Taylor Grafton. Sean Rubin. Greg Collison. Jonathan Lowe. Megan Murnane Sloan. Jake Newsom. Christina Malski. Sean Wilcomb. Elizabeth Fromang. Patrick Connors. Wesley Lagari. Paul Punlee Camel. Icaro Faria Marquez. Ryan Paul Sandrine Jr. Juan Fowler. Catherine Dubé. Jordan Amuel. Victoria McCann. Talia Maria Mendoza. Trinity De Mayo. Alexandra Fulbright Acosta. Brooklyn Cody Bisley. Ethan Umstead. Esquivel. Jonathan Lee Paite. Elliot Robert Jackson. Felicia Ann Robinson. Michaela Williams Elrod. Erin Rose Guzik. Brianna Barba. Laura Persaud. Alexa Junk. Alexander Anthony Saul. Jacob Best. Eduardo Luis. Blake Zimmer. Anna Caroline Scotchy. Madison Riley Holm. Brianna Pruitt. Sydney Danielle Vassell. Melissa Matthey. Sierra Bracewell. Desreen Vernon. Alicia Laird. Michael Joseph Anthony III. Krista Berry. Olivia Barada. Becca Atkins. Carla Rodriguez Makowski. Emily Aaron Bailey. Michelle Knockreiner. Kevin Clancy. Cooper Wydick. Raul Meza. Brittany Henderson. Nicholas Reisler. Alyssa Scholl. Diego Andre Ortega. Manuel Soltero Rivera. Nimrit Gill. Jennifer Eva. Yariana Rivera Marrero. Alina Horo. Elizabeth Harris. Shanoa Moosley. Serene Mustafa. Madeline Cardinal. Jill Marie Laureano. Blaze McCulley. Renee Betancourt. Gemma Chastine. Caleb Nelson, Esquire. Ashley Nicole King. Allison Holt. Rebecca McLaughlin. Nicole Hartwig. Brianne Anderson. Catherine McDaniel. Anita Sanchez. Sarah Benero Barbosa. Stephanie Gorillas Porter. Polina Mustaza. Noah Grant. Bicardi Jean-Baptiste. Selena Sierra Stewart. Ashlyn Paige Friend. Clennell Abbott. Adrielle D.Q. Joseph. Enver Mustafaski. Christian Rojas. Gabrielle Kalikdan. Sarah Nasheed. Alyssa Morales. Crystal Calderon. Jada Grisby. Eric Adamez Ramirez. Maximilian Zade. Ben Cohen. Thomas Linden. Connor Wright. Ashley Ferran. Mila Karina Smart. Aaron Russo. Coleman Burt. Jesse Samawi. Gabriel Seda. Travis Mercer. Ralph Pineda. Maximiliano Kowalczyk. Hamid Ahmed. Pedro Bilomini Castillo. Tina Brito. Maria Tude Frias. Maria Isabella Dominguez. Jillian Rodriguez. Shatira Orania Tijuana Noel. Forgive me. Priscilla Vance Hall. Mercedes Da Silva. Rebecca De Nicola. Zachary Richards. Brooke Ashley Erut. Emma Elizabeth Berman. Chantel Caraseo. Catherine Fullerton. Margaret Elizabeth Wood Howell. John Edward Hagubuk, Jr. Catherine Campbell. Katrina Campbell. Emily Inboden. Camille Johnson. Christian Castro. John Zephyr. Zelfina Lorraine Card. Rachel Yuch.
I don't need all those.
Savannah Shanti. Viviana Mejia. Abigail Cooper. Tiana Reyes. Monica Wasif. Kyle Bauer. Vincent Berga Mendez. Eric Escobales. Emily Shaning Romesa Esquire. Samantha Bailey. Jaspreet Kandola. Angelica Garzon. Austin Robert Wallace Ortiz. Patrick Hovanison. Riley Hogan. Crescenzo Ben-Curain. And the following students are graduating from Berry Law's LLM program. Enrique Wolf. Veronica Lucia Navera. Fika Zaman. Laura Ko Omlin. Let's give another esteemed round of applause to those who have earned it. Absolute academic excellence. I think we can get up out of our seats for that. I think they deserve a standing ovation to celebrate what's happened here. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Mike Allen, President of Berry University, for his remarks and the conferral of degrees.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, graduates. Trustees, Judge Wish, Dean Kahn, faculty, staff, friends, and Berry University graduates, what a special day this is for all of us. Judge Wish, thank you for your inspiring remarks. We are so, so proud of you as one of our alums. Terrific. We are delighted to have Berry University trustee and alumna, the Honorable Denise Beamer, with us today as well. Thank you, Judge Beamer, for joining us and for your leadership on the trustees. My sincere gratitude to Interim Dean Sam Khan for his leadership this semester. Perhaps a fun lesson in be careful what you say yes to, Dean Khan. But Professor Khan, we are grateful for all you've done and continue to do for Berry University's Law School. And also a very special welcome to someone you all meet very soon, Dean Charlie Rose, who will begin his tenure as Dean on June 1st. Dean Rose is with us in spirit today, and he wanted me to share with all of you his heartfelt congratulations to each of you and his encouragement as you continue your preparations for the bar exam. I'd also like to extend the warmest welcome to our guests today, the family and friends of our graduates, with a heartfelt thank you for all you've done to help our graduates reach this milestone today. Would the village that has supported our graduates, could you all stand for a minute, and graduates, could we give them a round of applause? You know who you are. Parents, friends, kids, thank you. Each year, I have the pleasure of acknowledging our faculty and staff for all they do for our students and for helping you reach this milestone today. We simply wouldn't be sitting here today celebrating you and your graduation if not for the excellence and commitment by our law school faculty and staff. Graduates, would you please join me in thanking our amazing faculty and staff of the law school? In addition to officially conferring your degrees, which I promise I will do momentarily, it is also my job as president at graduation to send you off with a charge. Today, in this ever so unique and important moment in time, we stand on the threshold of a future that is filled with opportunity. My charge for you today is to take your experiences at Berry, take your unique skills and talents, and go out and truly make an impact. Be the attorneys who move us to an era where thoughtful, constructive debate elevates us to new heights. An era in which dialogue replaces discord, understanding overcomes assumption, and shared purpose lights our way. An era in which artificial intelligence and powerful new technologies expand all that is possible, but compassion, empathy, and respect remain uniquely human tasks. An era in which innovation is measured not solely by profitability, but by its capacity to improve lives. You, our future lawyers here today, are this next generation of leaders. Have the will, make the choice to not leave the complexities and the challenges of these times to the next person or the next generation. We are proud of you, and we are counting on each one of you. And while this is graduation day, we know this isn't the end. We know that the bar exam lies ahead. Go out and finish what you started. Finish what you started and celebrate it here today. We will be with you every step of the way, and we can't wait to see what each of you will accomplish next. Now, let's make this official. Will the graduates all please stand? On behalf of the faculty, Dean Kahn has attested to the worthiness of the candidates presented in attendance this morning and those graduating in absentia who have successfully completed all degree requirements. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by Berry University's Board of Trustees, I hereby confer degrees on those candidates who have successfully completed all degree requirements this 15th day of May 2026. Congratulations, Berry University graduates. You did it.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. All right, not yet, y'all, not yet. At this time, please welcome the president of the law school chapter of the Berry University Alumni Association, Mr. Justin Gutterman, class of 2024.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank Interim Dean Kahn and President Allen for giving me the opportunity to be here today. It's my honor and my privilege to bring all of you after that to the greetings on behalf of the Berry University Alumni Board of Directors and welcome you officially to the Berry Law Alumni Chapter. You've each earned it. So to you and your family members out there, your friends, we offer our warmest congratulations. This is a day that you will keep in your memories forever. We all can attest to that. Now, I know it's only been a few years since my own graduation from Berry, but it is very clear to me that the education I received, the leadership skills I experienced, and the friends that I made at Berry have served me well not only personally, but very well professionally. Now, as you start your newest journey, we know each of you has the ability to achieve much success and fulfillment in your future. We are looking forward to hearing about your new ventures that you embark on, and most importantly, your accomplishments along the way, which we know there will be many. Please remember to keep in touch with us through our alumni website and also our different social media pages. Congratulations again to each of you and your families and friends. And remember, we are very proud of you.
We are about to conclude the School of Law ceremony. Please stand and remain standing for the benediction. Following the benediction, remain in your places for the recessional until the president, members of the stage party, and all graduates have cleared the center. Now, if you will, please, let's bow our heads. Father God, we thank you for the lives and achievements of our Berry Law graduates. We ask your continued blessing on them as they leave today and begin life after law school, and most importantly, begin their intensive study to pass the bar exam. Lord, please give them the strength and unfettered commitment they will undoubtedly need in the months ahead to stay the course and complete their journey to becoming members of the bar so they can join their fellow Berry Law alum in transforming this world. May they always seek truth, wisdom, and justice, and in doing so be agents of peace wherever their practice takes them and in all that they do. Father, we ask that you cover them completely as they strive to bring hope, especially to those who are the most vulnerable and underrepresented in our society. May today's graduates find meaning as lawyers, add distinction to their families and our honorable profession, and this law school, which has cared for, educated, and nurtured them. May they never forget how very proud we are of each of them. Father God, we are truly grateful for the mothers, the fathers, the friends, brothers, and sisters, all who have supported our graduates in reaching this achievement of distinction. We understand the sacrifice required to make what otherwise may have seemed like an impossible dream a reality. Though you are called by many names, we know you to be a God of salvation. Cover these, our precious graduates, as we send them forth to do your work of justice and peace. We ask this in the name of your beloved Son, Jesus. Amen. Can I get on my soapbox for 1 second, if you give me just a minute? I got 3 reminders for y'all. Number 1, remember that you're loved. Remember that you're never, ever alone. And finally, your best, most creative, fearless, and courageous self is exactly who the world is waiting for. Finish the task, pass the bar by any means necessary. Now, you know, within the legal constraints, because we're lawyers, but pass the bar and finish the task ahead of you. And now I would be remiss if I didn't thank the village personally, to the mamas, to the daddies, to the nanas, the papas, the nonas, the abuelitos, the big mamas, the titis, the tios, grannies, the cuz, and go best friend, go best friend, go, to the family that you choose. Thank you for making this day memorable. Thank you for making it possible. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.